Make it stop! Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video where we do the eBay stuffs on the YouTubes and stuffs. Again, thank you guys so much for all the love on these videos lately. I've been noticing a lot of comments coming in, asking me questions about how the business works and everything like that. I'm going to try to make an effort. I didn't get it last video done, but towards the end of this video, I'm going to be pulling some of the questions out of the comments and answering those. That's something I really want to start doing. And also, I wanted to let you guys know, if you haven't seen, I opened some Pokemon cards last week-ish. If you go to my channel and look, there's two playlists featured on the channel right now. One is for these videos, and then the other playlist that I just made is going to be for card pack openings. So these are from 1992 Jurassic Park. This is the Mario Brothers movie. I don't know what year that was, to be honest. 1993. So pretty cool. We got almost 30-year-old trading cards here, and we're going to be opening these. I just need your all's help. Which one do you think we should open first? Also, I got the power supplies for the PS2s finally came in, so I can get those listed now. And man, I've got a lot of orders to ship. The weekend was so crazy, and you know, I had so much going on with the Super Bowl and everything. And now, you know, to be honest, I was playing a little bit of a... I took a little napsky doodles, and I think I've got 19 orders on the main account, and 2 orders actually came in on the Hova Games account. So thank you guys so much for that. I've seen a lot of buyer sales lately. A lot of you guys are going over there checking stuff out and picking something up, and I really appreciate that. You guys have been amazing. So anyways, I'm gonna put the camera down and get to work, because I've got over 20 packages to get packed up. I love you guys, and don't forget to check out the card pack opening videos. Oh my Lanta! Would you look at all this. This is all sales. Now granted, this is from Saturday to Tuesday because I was a little too hungover Monday to get orders shipped out, but still, this is all the stuff that I have sold. So I'll show you guys all of it real quick. We got a Super Bowl hat that sold on Super Bowl Sunday. That Chiefs jacket also sold on Super Bowl Sunday. Coca-Cola Racing jacket. Kellogg's jacket. This Miller Friends of the Field camo hat. Look how clean this thing is. I mean, it is like brand new, crispy. This thing's probably from the 80s. That sold last night. We got some manga, just 2 books, but that's a $15 sale. And I'm paid back on that whole manga lot. So everything that sells out of that is pure profit now. All these Star Wars, that's some Star Wars game. I got this on Facebook for like, I want to say I got them for like 10 or 15 bucks, something like that. I think those sold for like $60. Spider Phoenix. We got Grand Theft Auto San Andreas and GTA 3. We got a whole bunch of little plastic army men. These actually sold for 25 bucks. I think I got those for like a dollar or 50 cents or something like that. Wireless Bluetooth. This actually used to be mine, and I just didn't need it anymore. Destroy All Humans 2, PS2, Halo 2, and Halo on Xbox. Madden 90. This was actually on the games account. A viewer bought this. I'm trying to get everything pulled off that that eBay account basically and relisted on the new account, because I don't check that one very often, so I'm glad I noticed that. Command & Conquer Generals PC, COD 4 disc only PC. This is also on the main account, not a viewer sale though. Final Fantasy discs 2 and 3. Disc 1 was missing. This is Diablo 3. Can't show the front because it's got a game key on it. Morrowind PC. Donkey Kong 64. A Halo 3 wallet. This also went out to a viewer. The viewer sales have been nuts lately. Thank you guys so much. Tow Mater from Cars. This is a OG PlayStation bundle with 3 games. I want to say that might have gone out to a viewer too. Not 100%. And then we got a whole bunch of cassette tapes here. White Lion, Warrant, Rat. Stuff like that. I don't remember how much that sold for, but yeah, there it is, guys. And also, let me show you guys this real quick. So this came in yesterday. My girlfriend picked it up for me. I bought this on Facebook for 10 bucks, based on the Winnie the Pooh looks. If I can get this. Luckily, it's in the original styrofoam. This is a Winnie the Pooh Christmas train set. Now, unfortunately, the rabbit has some damage. but that's, at least it's on the underside. I can glue that back to the wheels and you won't even be able to notice it. But also, I'm pretty sure the listing said like hand needs to be, or arm needs to be glued back on. And I don't see the arm in here anywhere to glue it back on, because I've sold broken collectibles like this before, and I just glue stuff back on, and then you make sure you disclose it in the pictures, and people don't mind 9 times out of 10 if the damage isn't that bad. You know, people would rather have a super glued arm and save 10, 20 bucks, you know. But anyways, I bought this for 10 bucks, and I think I'm gonna be able to get 40 or 50 out of it, something like that. So pretty good buy there. A little upset about that arm. Luckily it's on the back side of the rabbit, so you know, I'll disclose it. I'll list it for cheaper than what everybody else has them for, and you know, it should still be a decent sale, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. And one of the kickers is that I had this original styrofoam. I saw that that was in the listing. Any collectibles like this, I'm much more likely to buy if the original styrofoam packaging is there, because obviously it makes shipping a whole lot easier. So anyways, I gotta get all this boxed up. I gotta get to the post office. Then I gotta go record what I sold on eBay last week, the show that goes up every Tuesday. I'm sure you guys know, where I talk about how much I found stuff for, where I found. I give a little backstory on all my sales and show all my sales for the week. Is basically what I do. So if you're curious of how much business I do and how much money I'm making and all that good stuff, you got to check out that episode, or that series, I guess you would call it, which goes up at, like I said, every Tuesday on this channel. So, and then I got to run to town and drop off a bunch of stuff I sold on Facebook, and go to the post office to pick up an eBay return, and yeah, it's gonna be a busy day. I love you guys. All right, guys, welcome back to the glorious eBay shed that I know some of this gives. Some of you guys out there, I've had people be like, you need to hire somebody to like clean that up. It gives me anxiety. Also, people have like suggested labeling my shelves with like letters and number system and having that in the metadata of my listings. But I, surprisingly, believe it or not, everything over here, when something sells, I know exactly where to go and where to pull it, because I put every single item. Every little thing has its place, and I know where it's at. Anyways, I just got back from town, had some lunch with my girlfriend, had to pick up some eBay or some Facebook purchases, drop off some Facebook stuff that I sell. Like, I don't really try to make money on eBay, or damn, I don't really try to make money on Facebook. It's more or less just the stuff that doesn't have too much value. It's not really worth my time on eBay. I just dump it on Facebook. Like, literally, I'll be about to throw it in the trash, and I'm like, well, I'll put it on Facebook, see if somebody will pay for it. And I get a few dollars out of it, and then when I go pick this stuff up that has some resale value, I basically get this stuff for free, because of the stuff that I would have thrown away. You know, I get 5, 10, 15 bucks. I pick this stuff up and resell it for profit. So I basically pull stuff off Facebook for free and then flip it. So it works out. So anyways, these are the two things that I got. This is a 12-in-1 USB Type-C hub. I looked this up. I think there's like 2 listings on eBay right now. One of them was for like $80 and one of them was for like $60. And I think I paid $3 for that. So that was a good pickup. And then I looked these up, and I want to say these are like $20 or $30. I don't even know who JoJo Siwa is. Do you guys know who JoJo Siwa is? JoJo Siwa Dream the Tour. I think this is a bag. Is it a bag? I think it's a bag. Oh god, let me just break it real quick. To avoid danger of suffocation. I don't remember what this is. I think it's a bag, like a purse or something like that. But it's brand new, still in the box. Nickelodeon stuff, and I looked them up. They're selling for like 20, 30 bucks, something like that, and I think I paid $5 for that. So, and like I said, I picked up a little bit of cash while I was there from some stuff I sold, so I basically got those 2 items for free. This is an unfortunate part of the business. This is a return. This is actually, if you guys remember, this is the DVD VCR combo DVD recorder that I sold for like 60, 70 bucks, I think. She got it. She left great feedback, said it worked fantastic. She dubbed one of her VHS tapes over to DVD, and then she said it just stopped working. She couldn't power it on anymore. So I was like, you know, that's really odd. I'm sorry to hear that, blah, blah, blah. Would you like to return it for a refund? And she said yes. So here it is. I'm going to tinker with it, see if I can get it working. She said she'd still be interested in having it if I could get it fixed. More than likely I won't be able to, and I'll just refund her, and we'll go about go about business. You know, that's part of it, unfortunately. So I got some pulls here. I am going to Kansas City in the morning for the Super Bowl parade celebration. They did one of these celebration parades back in 2015 when the KC Royals won the World Series, and there was an estimated 800,000 people celebrating in the streets. The population of Kansas City is only 450,000, so that's a pretty impressive number, and they are estimating this to be, some people are saying it's going to be double what that was. So I'm going to go to a parade tomorrow with 1 million people. It's going to be insane. It's supposed to snow. It's going to be fun. I'm going to try to take some footage for you guys. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, and maybe I'll try to include it in my next video here on this channel as well. But anyway, so I'm trying to get some listings done today. And then I'm going to have some draft listings. I try to list every single day, even if I've got stuff going on. I'll just save drafts and then make those drafts public tomorrow while I'm out having fun. So got some Genesis, some 64, and some NES games right there. Those will make good drafts. Those are nice and easy. I got some card sleeves for whenever we do the card pack opening videos. I can, if I get any good pulls, I'll just immediately sleeve. In fact, I've got a stash of some over here already, and basically I think what my plan is because my buddy Draw told me that this is actually a pretty rare, pretty good card. Come on, anything shiny this camera does not like, but he told me that this is a pretty good pull, and that if I can get it in a PSA 10, which is the highest rating that it can receive, that it might be worth like $150 to $200, I think he said. So I think what I'm going to do is save up a bunch of my rares from the card packing opening videos. If you send off one card, it's not very cost effective if you don't get a high score. But if you send off a bunch of cards at once, it can be a lot better. So I think, you know, with us doing card pack opening videos, I'm just going to keep sticking cards to the side, and once we get enough, I'll ship them off for a PSA rating, and that'll be just kind of like a fun, that'll be another video. You know, I'll just consider it content. If we don't get the, you know, if we don't get the best scores back, it's not that big of a deal. It's just something I kind of want to do for fun. So anyways, I also went to the thrift store, our Salvation Army rather, and I picked up some records, which I don't normally do, but there was a giant crate of them in the 25-cent section, and I picked out some of the cleaner looking albums. A lot of them were just completely torn up, and I recognized the Statler Brothers, or Statler, I don't know exactly how you pronounce that, but I recognized that name. I haven't looked these up to see if they're even any value, but I picked out 4 for $1 just because I didn't want to walk out of there empty-handed, and I just figured I'd count it as a learning experience. So we got the Statler Brothers Rides Again Volume 2, and then here we got The World of the Statler Brothers, and yeah, I don't know, kind of cool looking, I guess. So we'll see. I might sell those two together. I picked this one up because there's a pretty lady on the front. I don't know, and it just looked kind of cool and vintage, and she's got a big... Look, oh, she's chained up. I just realized that. That's awkward. The Wichita Lineman, The Fool on the Hill, My Favorite Things, Blown in the Wind, Touch Me, plus 6 other hits. Enoch Light and the Brass Menagerie. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I just, like I said, I kind of took a stab in the dark on these. And then the 2-record set of Manitavi or something like that. I don't know. Like I said, just picked out 4 random records, and I figured I'd see, you know, call it a learning experience. So I'm going to get, that's the Winnie the Pooh train set. I'm going to get that listed. I'm going to get these listed, and maybe I'll get these records listed, and then I'll save the games for drafts tomorrow. And that's about it. I'm gonna go pick out some comments on the old videos. You guys have been leaving lots of comments, asking lots of questions, which is awesome. I got a Joe Rogan podcast pulled up right now. But I'm gonna go get some comments ready, and then we're gonna read them, and I'm gonna answer y'all's questions. I really enjoy doing that. If you are curious about anything, my day-to-day, you know, anything involving all this stuff I do, you know, what my plans are for the summer, all that stuff, ask away, and I'll try to answer some of the good questions. Just had a few orders come in. I'm about to finish for the night, but I just wanted to show off. Look at that signature. Man, look how good that is. I just wanted to let you guys know that, yeah, I do include, if you guys put a buyer's note, I always throw one of these stickers, and where are the other ones? And these, just an autograph sticker and that picture. I'll just throw that in with your order if you put a buyer's note and let me know that you're a fan. But if you order something like a hat, or, you know, I don't care if it's a PS2 or a hat, you know, whatever, let me know. If you want me to slap my signature on it, I will do that 100%. People sometimes, you know, say, well, I saw you and I didn't want to say anything, or I bought something but I didn't want to ask, I didn't want to be that guy. I don't care at all. Like, it bothers me none whatsoever. If you guys are picking something up and you want to, you know, make a request in the buyer's note, I don't have a problem with that at all. I love you guys, and you know, the fact that you guys even want that is really cool to me. Look at this vintage Big K. Both of these hats are actually viewer sales, which is pretty awesome. So anyways, just wanted to show you that, and don't be afraid to ask if you pick up something on the store. I don't mind at all. All right, so here we are with the comment section on one of my latest videos. Let's see here. So Daniel Davil said, when you're at yard sales, how do you know what to purchase? I usually scan or look up items on eBay app, but it is time consuming. Basically, I replied here in the actual comments, but basically, I just use my gut feeling with a lot of stuff. You know, if a lot of times the stuff at yard sales is already so cheap. You know, if we're talking about like a 25-cent item, and obviously this all kind of depends on the amount of money that you have in your bank and the amount of what am I trying to say? Disposable income that you have, you know, to try out this eBay business thing. You know, if you don't have much money to be spending at these things, you might not be able to do that as much. But to me, you know, if I'm seeing stuff for 25 cents and I just think that there might be some value in it, instead of taking the time to look it up, I'd rather save the time, spend the quarter, and if I don't, you know, find value when I get home and research it further, then I can just try to get rid of it on Facebook or have a yard sale later and worry about getting my quarter back. You know, it's not that big of a deal to me. So a lot of stuff I just go on a hunch. Alternatively, if I'm not really sure and the price is a little bit higher, I take the time. I look a lot of stuff up on eBay right then and there while I'm at the sales. Also, my girlfriend goes with me 99% of the time, and that helps immensely. Having someone there beside you, you know, if you've got your hands full and they don't, and she can look it up for me real quick. If we're curious, or, you know, we split up, she looks up some stuff while I'm looking up some stuff and things like that, it helps a lot. Also, just the time you put in, you know, once you've looked up some stuff a few times, you get a general idea of how much, you know, vintage radios are worth, or vintage toolboxes, or certain video games on specific consoles and stuff like that. You start just getting a good idea of what's worth it and what's not. Also, selling. The more you sell, the more, again, you will just build up this knowledge base that is so helpful, and you'll just make more and more money because you know, oh, I just sold one of these not too long ago, it's worth that, or it's not worth that, and you can just go, you know, if it's priced too high, you can make an offer. If they don't want to, you know, budge, then you don't take the time, and you just get more efficient as you go. Another thing that I can highly recommend, I watch Craigslist Hunter, I watch Shed Flips, Garage Flips, aka Lonnie, I watch Cincinnati Picker, I watch a lot of YouTube channels that are doing the same thing I'm doing. Just search on YouTube, find some people that are doing the same thing I'm doing, and I watch it, and I treat it like homework. When I first started out especially, I would watch these videos every week right before I went, you know, garage sailing for the weekend. And, you know, you see stuff in people's videos on YouTube all the time, and you know, okay, I need to look out for that. I don't know how many times I've bought stuff because I saw it in another YouTuber's video and knew to look out for it. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, they bought one of those and they flipped it for this much. I need to buy this. So I highly recommend watching other content as well. Here we got another one from Enforcer of Chaos, and I just wanted to shout you out because look at that. He's got the subscriber badge, the membership. So thank you so much for being a paid member of the channel. I really appreciate that. He said, have you ever thought about starting up a website and live streaming with stuff for sale, and you could do sales and discounts? No, I haven't thought about that. I do have a website. I guess I could probably do something like that. I guess I don't fully understand what you're suggesting. I mean, in my mind, I'm kind of basically doing that now, you know, with what I sold last week and these these vlog content videos that I'm making. I mean, there's, you know, you can keep up with a lot of the stuff I'm listing. Also, if you go right here in the description and you click on these links to my stores right here, if you go there and then you click, there's like a follow button, or I think it's like you save the user or you follow or something like that. There's basically like a way you subscribe to me on eBay. Obviously you have to enter your email address and have an account on eBay. But once you do that, you will get a weekly email of everything that I have listed in that week. So that's a really good way to keep up with all the stuff that I'm listing. As far as discounts and stuff, like sales and discounts, I run sales and discounts already. If you watch items that I have listed, eventually I will send out discounted offers. And I run sales fairly regularly already. So I'm not 100% sure what you're suggesting there with a website for streaming, but I feel like I kind of already do that. Let's see. I think there was one more that I was gonna What items would you recommend to focus on when trying to start an eBay business? And have you learned any bargaining skills that work well with a particular group of people? Basically, I just act like I almost don't want it. You know, I at yard sales, most of the time people are just trying to get rid of stuff. They don't really see much value in the things that they have. It's literally people's last resort before they throw stuff away or drive it to Salvation Army. In other words, they're not going to get any money once it gets to that point. So they know if they don't get lucky and someone comes by their stuff and finds it and actually wants it, they're not going to get any money for it either. So I'll see stuff all the time that either isn't priced or is priced and it's too high, and I lowball. I lowball hard. 25 cents, $1, whatever it is, I don't care. I will offer almost nothing. I found VCRs before that people have had listed for like $30, and I'm like, I'll give you $1. Like, be honest with them. I'm like, I buy VCRs almost every weekend from people, but I don't pay anywhere near $30, and I'll give you $1 for it. And if they say no, I'll walk away. I might go up to $2 or $3, but I'll just walk away. And 9 times out of 10, they'll stop you. They'll be like, all right, you really want? I'm like, yeah. And then they'll give it to me for what I want. And if they don't, go to the next yard sale. There's always going to be more stuff around the next corner. As far as like particular groups of people, no, not necessarily. I bargain pretty hard, and most of the time it works out in my favor. As far as what items to focus on early on, the majority of you guys watching my content probably have a bunch of old video games laying around. Maybe not like NES and SNES and stuff like that. If you do, that's even better. But I would probably start with just that kind of stuff that you've already got laying around your house, stuff that's easy to ship. All you're going to need is bubble mailers early on. You're going to learn the ins and outs of how to list stuff on eBay. The biggest thing that you need to do first is purchase yourself a scale. If you're going to do this and be serious about it, get yourself a scale. Make sure you weigh everything and know exactly how you're going to package it before you list it. Get yourself a bunch of various different sizes of bubble mailers. Do not buy them from Walmart. They're exponentially marked up. Look on eBay, look on Amazon. You can find cheap bubble mailers. Get yourself a couple various sizes. If you're just selling like DVD case size stuff, you're only going to need one. But if you're going to sell a couple other things, maybe get a couple different sizes. And then, weigh everything before you list it. Make sure you list how it's going to be shipped properly. You won't run into any problems there if you do so, but you're going to learn the ins and outs from those initial sales, just of how eBay works, how the payments work, how shipping works, how much fees you're going to be dealing with, and all that good stuff. Once you sell a little bit of stuff running, just laying around your house, then decide to yourself, okay, do I really want to go out and spend some money and try to actually get into this? Because once you spend your own money, that's where the risk becomes, comes involved, right? So if you're just selling stuff laying around the house that would have just stayed in a closet for another few years, you're not really risking much, you know what I mean? And be careful. Make sure you're doing it right. Make sure you disclose any damage or discolorations or whatever it is you may be selling. Make sure it all works, and make sure you disclose anything that is broken or, not perfect, and try to keep yourself out of as much possible trouble, because people will leave bad feedback if you sell stuff that's not accurately described, and so on and so forth. And make sure you ship your stuff on time, or you will also get bad feedback. Feedback is everything. You get enough bad feedback in certain categories, eBay will actually charge you higher fees. Alternatively, if you get really good feedback in certain areas, you start actually being able to get charged less fees. So that's my recommendations. That's my pointers, my tips, and I think that's going to bring us to the end of this video. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I appreciate you. Bubble wrap. I got to get this stuff listed and get some drafts going, so that way I can go enjoy the Chiefs Super Bowl parade celebration in KC tomorrow. And yeah. Again, I appreciate you guys clicking. Thank you so much. You guys have been so fun. I'm just absolutely loving making this content. And oh, I gotta show you guys. I just picked this up. I searched all summer for a Chiefs coat. I wanted a big, heavy Chiefs coat or jacket. I searched all summer. I find Chiefs stuff fairly regularly. Everything I found wasn't in my size. And I found a guy selling this on Facebook after the Super Bowl, unfortunately, so he had it marked up. But this is like 90s leather, big Chiefs. I like the big branding all over it. You get the big arrowhead on the front, you got Chiefs on that arm, and then on the back side here, you got an arrowhead that's just massive. Spent $125 on this. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but I think it's worth it. I was actually just looking at the Pro Shop. They've got all the Super Bowl branded gear stuff now, and there's actually a leather coat. There's a leather coat with the Super Bowl branding on it for $1,700. So, you know, I picked the lesser of two evils, I suppose you could say. So, yeah. All right, guys, love you. Thank you so much. I'm gonna get to work now, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.